We're going to do some fun stuff today in InDesign. I have set up a 3.5 by 2-inch American business card. That would be 59 by 89 millimeters, I believe. And right now it's set up as 1 up. And if I needed to have these for my portfolio or whatever, and I went to the print shop to copy them off, I'd be wasting a whole lot of paper. So what I want to do is I want to impose them 10 up. In America, it would be on a letter size sheet. Elsewhere, it would be on an A4. So we are going to first start with the imposition. What you can't see is that I put a 3.5 by 2-inch black line on here temporarily. I'm going to turn it back off. And that's just because I want to keep the size and the shape. So I'm going to select everything and I'm going to go to Object Group. So now I have one group and it will all stick together. Then I'm going to go to File, Document Setup, and I am going to change it to a letter. You would change it to an A4. And I want to make sure it's the correct orientation. So now I've got my business card, but it's in the middle of my page. I don't want it there. I want it to be 10 up. So I want it over here. So now I'm going to go to Edit, Step, and Repeat. And because I did this earlier, my numbers were already in. I'm going to put this 4 down, and I'm working in picas. 12 picas is 2 inches. I don't know if your professor has told you that there is 12 points in a pica and 6 picas in an inch. And that's very handy. Back in the day before computers, we would use this measurement system. So I'm old, so I still use it. But we want to be able to do everything at one time. So I'm going to create as a grid. And I'm going to tell it I want 2 columns and I would like that to be 3.5 inches. So what do we got here? Well, I think we need one more row. So now we have our business card 10 up on the sheet, and we did absolutely no work whatsoever. So I'm going to click OK. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all 10 of my business cards and I'm going to group those together. Because now I'm going to have the machine center them on the page for me because I'm inherently lazy. All right, so we're going to go to Utilities, Scripts, and they give you a bunch of sample ones. Just go into the samples, and if you're on a PC, you probably won't have the Apple ones. I'm on a Mac. Just go into the JavaScripts. It really doesn't matter. And then you would go Align to Page. Double click it and tell it you want it to be in the center of the page. Why is this important? It's important if you're printing a 2-sided business card, you want them to line up, right? But more than that, we want to add crop marks. So we're going to scroll down until we get to crop marks. And we're going to double click on that and we're going to ignore my ringing phone. And then we do not want to have draw marks around each object. We want to do the entire selection because otherwise you're going to have a lot of crop marks. So we're going to click OK. So now I'm going to close this. Now you see I have crop marks in the corners. I have a center mark, but I don't have my cut lines in between. So I'm really good if I'm using my X-Acto or my knife to cut, but I need to do just a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow this up, and I'm going to select this side. I'm going to hold down my shift key. I'm going to hold this side. And then I'm going to go back to our friend step and repeat. And I only need 4 this time. We want to get rid of this one. We want to change that one to 0. Click OK. And now you can see that I have cut marks between every card. And I didn't do much work at all. Alrighty, bye.